Sunday night primetime.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Well, this is caught by Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 62 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football is like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And talk about built to run the football. Whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football, Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season. Only Jalen Hurts had more.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Herbert. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Once more, here's Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Eckler pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He stiff arms him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a 1st down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Seven, our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. He'll take this to the 46. The Bears now at 2-5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL, but it seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On 1st down, Fields. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Read option. Here's Herbert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Second and goal from the 1. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Fields going to hold on to it. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. On third and goal, they're going to run the option. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And a skip, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Shifts by him. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Still on his feet, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That's a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Fields on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. DJ Chark, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hand off right side for Herbert. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. On
1st down, right back to Herbert.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Decided to hand it off that time on the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Now how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On second and goal, here's an option play left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for first. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Herbert now. Pass incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, Justin Herbert.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
75 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down. Now it's Herbert. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. On the give, this is Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
A give left side here for Herbert. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Here's a give to Herbert.
Dodges him at the 50. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8.
Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
2nd and 6.
Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Herbert.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Herbert.
And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Herbert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
On the option right, it's Fields.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now Fields. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Fancy footwork at midfield.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Foreman powering ahead.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Fields.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Herbert and the Chargers
Down by 12. Just over a minute 40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
throwing. Herbert.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Herbert.
Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. He'll get it inside the 20. He's still on his feet.
Touchdown, Allen!
Mike Williams.
57 yards.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for Chicago,
a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.